Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Welcome to the newcomers. Thank you so much for everybody in the groups for all your support, your beautiful comments, and also for your opinions, your questions. It's important to me. And of course, whenever you have questions, do not hesitate. Please just ask. I might not answer right away due to the time change on different countries, but I do get back to you. I am here to help you, so don't hesitate. So on my last couple of videos, I have done the Ruby Table Runner, which was like 2 meters long, was like forever to do those flowers and adapt to it. But it's a beautiful piece. Now, for a lot of people that have open concept like myself in dining room and living room together, I decided to make it into a set and to put this into the living room tables, or you have like a piece of furniture in there and bring that room together with the table runner on the dining room table. So you can go about several ways with this doily. Of course, the flowers are different, but it's the same color. You can make this into a table runner by adding 2-3 pieces depending on the size of your table. You can make this piece bigger and just have one whole table runner, rounded table runner, which is gorgeous also. And like I said, if you want it in length for the long tables, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 seaters, you can adapt on each end and attach these doilies together and you have a gorgeous table runner. You can go also the size you want from the middle, keep adding the rows, and you get the size that you desire. I also forgot to mention that when I did the table runner, I have these circle ones, which the video's out already, that I did a table runner on color green, lettuce green, all full of these circles. But these are perfect to put on the table also for glass coasters to match that table runner because it's the same color, the Ruby table runner. And this will be called the Ruby doilies. So you can create this as a set, like I said, and use it on your living room. You don't necessarily have to use the same colors. You can use different colors. Now, I did a video already on these little flowers. And I didn't want to do it together because a lot of people, not necessarily, they create the same doily. They will use flowers for other patterns, for other things. So that's why it separates, quite a few times the flowers from the actual recording of the pattern, just for the purpose of people using for different projects, okay? Not to confuse people, and then they have to always come back to the same video to look for that flower. Like this, it's individual, and people don't have to go through so many videos just to get one little project that they need. Now this one this is 40 centimeters wide all around, I guess, if you want to put it, because it doesn't matter how you're going to measure it. And I have 11 rows of this centerpiece. Now the next one, I'm going to make it 10 rows only because my living room table, let's say coffee table if you want to call it that way, it's got 2 floors. The top has glass. It's a bigger option. The bottom, because of the legs, it cuts in more, so it's smaller. So I'm going to make only 10 rows of it and not 11. This one has 24 flowers with the 11 rows. The other one, I'm thinking it should take less because of cutting down the row. So we'll see as I go. So like I mentioned on the video of these little flowers, you have to create this piece. If you're using 2 colors, you have to create this middle piece first. Cut your thread. There's 6 groups of 4 double crochet if you don't want to go into the video. So 6 groups of 4 double crochet separated by 2 chain. And I did a 4 chain center to start, not counting the slip stitch, beginning stitch. So after the slip stitch, 4 chain, and then you would push yourself in with 6 groups of 4 double crochet and 2 chain separation. So you have 6 ways to adapt into your pattern. And then the last row is with the white one, which we, as we're doing the last row, that's why you need to prepare these first, it's best. Then we do the last row, attaching it to the pattern as we're going along. Now this one is bigger. I did on the last row, I did 6 double crochet on these petals. This one, because it will be smaller, I'm going to do only 5 double crochet. But if you're making bigger pieces, you can add more, 6, 7, 8, depending upon you know, the pattern you're working on, and adapt. Or let's say for this you're making it bigger, so you can do that bigger also. And if you don't want to have only 6, you can do 8 petals by adding 2 more groups of 4 inside of the center, and use whatever color you'd like. So we're going to get started doing the centerpiece. I will leave the link below to the flower no matter what, on the description box, so you don't get lost with everything. And thank you so much, everybody, again, for your support. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm very humbled by it, very grateful. So we're going to get started, people. 100% cotton. This is size 4. That's another thing I want to mention. My 4 does not necessarily mean it's the same thickness as your 4 in your country. I refer this, I use most of the time, 99.9%. This thread, this size, is my favorite. This is exactly like Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton thread. If you want to make smaller pieces, then use Aunt Lydia number 10. It's perfect for smaller tables and so on. Needle number 3. This is exactly the same thickness as Aunt Lydia number 3. So just to verify. So needle number 3, and for the flowers I'm using multicolored. Camera does not do its justice at all, but this is burgundy, peachy, pink, and white. Also number 4, cotton, 100% cotton. And what else am I missing out? I think I need number 3. You'll need a pair of scissors, and I think that's about it. We're good to go. So let's get started, people. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to do the magic ring. But if you're still having a hard time with it, because I know some people do 5 chain, okay? If you're using number 3 Aunt Lydia, then you can do 4 chain. If you're using number 10, then do 5 chain. Okay, so we roll once, we grab the thread from the inside, just pull it out, hold it, and we're going to do a 3 chain stitch. It would be considered double crochet. So we're gonna we're gonna do 4 chain stitch, because we're gonna have 1 separation. Okay, so we're gonna do 12 inside of here. And people, always watch the video ahead before you create anything, and that's on anyone's channel, because we as humans can make a mistake, go back and correct it, or change the plan. Like myself, I usually create things with an idea and always end up with something else. So 1 chain separation, and we're going to do 12 double crochets inside of this circle. Okay, so very simple. 12 separated by 1 chain. Now I have the 12 double crochet. I'm going to pull on my string and close up my tension there on the hole in the middle. I'm going to slip stitch on the last one here, just like that, and then go up 3 chain again. Inside between the 2 double crochets where we have 1 chain separation, we're going to do another double crochet. 1 chain separation. Go on top of the double crochet from the previous row, inside of the 2 double crochet, 1 chain separation, 1 double crochet, 1 chain separation on top of the other double crochet, with double crochet, and another double crochet. So now we're going to have groups of 2 double crochets separated by 1 chain separation. On top of the double crochet, in the middle between both double crochets, 1 chain separation. On top of double crochet, in the middle between both double crochets, one chain separation, and we're going to do this all the way around the same way, and then we're going to close it on the third space on our first 3 chain that we went up over here. So we're going to continue on, and I'll meet you at the end. So I've closed mine with slip stitch on the third space, so now we have 24 double crochets. Now next row we're going to do 3, so we're going to go over to the next double crochet with slip stitch, go up 3 chain, so then make a double crochet inside of the space here, we're going to do 2 double crochet, 1 chain again. On the second double crochet we're going to do double crochet, 2 inside of the space where we have the 1 chain. So we're going to have groups of 3, 1 chain separation, going to the second one, over the double crochet from the previous row, and 2 where the space of 1 chain is, 2 double crochet. One chain on your second double crochet, and inside of the space where we have 1 chain separation we're doing 2, 1 chain, second double crochet with double crochet over it, and 2 in the space where we have 1 chain separation. So that's all you have to do. Skip the first one, going to the second one, next space, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, skip the first one, going to the second one, next space, 2 double crochet. And sometimes if the video is too fast for you, right up top there's 3 little dots. You can click on there, go to settings, and slow down the video to the speed you would like. So we're going to finish this row and close it up on third space on the first chain we went up. So we are on our last one. We're going to close it in on third space with a single with a slip stitch, sorry. So now you have all your groups of 3. Now we're going to, next row we're doing groups of 4, which is 1, 2, 3 on this one here, as you can see. So we're going to slip stitch over, and we're going to slip stitch over again to the last one from the group of 3. Go up 3 chain. Next space, inside of the space here, we're going to create 3 double crochet. So we're going to have a total of 4 now. And we're going to do 1, 2 chains. We're going to go into the third one of the group from the previous row and do double crochet. Inside of the next space we're doing 3 double crochet, so you have equal your 4. 1, 2 chain, going to the third one, double crochet inside of the space, 3 double crochet. One, 2 chain on the third double crochet from the previous row, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the space of the 1 chain. 2 chain separation, go into your third double crochet, and do your 3 double crochet inside. Continue yours and lock it up on 3rd space with slip stitch. I'll meet you at the end. So I pretty much locked in the 3rd space with slip stitch. Now we're doing group of 5s. Now I want you to pay attention. Each time we're going to go up. If you notice here, we skip 2. And every row we're going to skip 2. So we're going to go over. And we're going to go over again. So we're always going to skip the 2 first ones. 1, 2, 3. Next space, double crochet. Inside of the space, 3 double crochet. So we're always going to have 3 double crochets inside of the spaces. And we're always going to do 2 chain separations. So now you skip 1, 2, come into the 3rd one. 1, 2. Next space, 1, 2, and 3. 2 chain. Skip the 1st, the 2nd, go on your 3rd. 1, 2. Next space, 3, 4, and 5 double crochet. 2 chain, skip the 1st, 2nd, go in your 3rd. 1, 2, inside of the space, 3 double crochet. So all the rows we're going to skip the the first 2 double crochets. So on the next row, you know you're going to slip stitch to your 3rd one and create from there. And you're going to do the 3 double crochet plus in the space 3 more, so you'll have your 6. So I'll meet you at the end. We're going to lock it in the 3rd space with slip stitch. So we're on our last one, 2 chain. We're going to come in the 3rd space here, close it up with slip stitch. So now we have our groups of 5. Now, like I said, we're going to slip stitch. We're going to skip the first 2 and start by the 3rd one. 3 chain, next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet. Inside of the space, we're going to do 3. So you're going to have your total of 6. We keep going up on the numbers of the double crochet. Always 2 chain separation, 3rd space, double crochets, inside, double crochet, two chain, so you have your groups of 6. And always 2 chain separation into the 3rd one. So we skip 1, 2. On your 3rd space, double crochets. Inside of the space, always 3. Continue yours, I'll continue mine. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we're going into the next row. So slip stitch, and slip stitch. So we're going to skip 3 now. Sorry, not 3. What am I talking about? Skip 2. Always 2. I tell you to skip only 2, and here I am doing the opposite, right? So 1, 2, and 3. Next space. So you skip 2 spaces. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 3 always inside of the space. 2 chain always. So skip first, skip second, going to your third. And we're doing the 7 groups of double crochet. 3 inside of the space. And 2 chain. Skip 1, 2 on your third space. Three, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'll meet you at the end. So we're going into row 8 with the 8 groups. So we're going to slip stitch, slip stitch. On your third one, we're going to create chain 3, next space double crochet, next space double crochet, next space double crochet, and 3 inside of the space. So you should have a total of 8 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, I have 4 in here, so good thing I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 chains, skip first, skip the second into the third. Five, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to proceed the same way all the way around. We're going to lock it up on third space when we get to the end. So we're at the end. I'll close it up on third space. And we're going to slip stitch into the third one. One, 2, 3. Double crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Two chain, skip first, second, go in the third. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we continue on. So we come to the third space. I finished my row. So I have one more row to do. So we're going to skip slip stitch into the third space. 3 chain. next space. So we're going to have a total of 10 now, and I'm cutting my thread right after I finish this row. But if you want it bigger, you continue on. Just proceed the same way as we've been doing. And you can go the size you'd like, even for a tablecloth. You can continue on to the size you'd like to have your tablecloth. 1, 2, 3. And 3 inside of the space. So I should have a total of 10, hopefully. I didn't make a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So continue yours, I'll continue mine, and I'm going to cut the thread at the end. So I finished my row, and I have 10 rows with groups of 10. I'm going to tuck in my thread. And for a lot of you that know me, you know that I like to make a knot in all of my loose ends to make sure that nothing ever comes apart. And then go through some of the stitches back here. And cut the excess. Now, go through some of the loops in the middle. I'm going to grab at least one here to make a knot. And you could also, if your thread is thick enough like Aunt Lydia, you can split it in half and make a knot from there. So I've made my knot. And I'm just going to tuck in this once. And there it is, perfect finish. So now we're going to add the flowers. So as I explained before, make your circle, your magic ring. If not, then do, if it's Aunt Lydia, 4 chain. If it's number 10, do 5. 6 groups of 4 double crochet separated by 2 chain separation. Inside of the middle of the loops, I've created 5. You can create 6 or 7 depending upon the dolly, or if you're making a table runner. Because this is a smaller piece, I'm only going to create 5. On this one here, I did 6 with the 11 row. So 3. So I have 3 double crochet. Now you don't want to do too much because you need to attach it onto the pattern. I'm going to grab back to back where I have the space and do a single. And I'm going to do 2 more double crochet. I'm going to go to the next space. And do 3 double crochet. Now as you see here, I have it here, and then here I counted 6 on the double crochets because I have 11 double crochets. Here I'm going to count half, so that's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fifth one, single, back to back, and create 2 more double crochets inside of the space. Next space, 1, 2, and 3. Actually, no, sorry. We're only tying the first one only like that. See, that's why it's always good to look up ahead, as we have here. We're only tying the first one here. Sorry about that. Okay, so you finish doing your 5, if you're doing 5 or 6, and then you cut your thread and you proceed with the next flower. Next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the last space, so you're going to have your 6 groups of petals of 5 double crochet. And then you'd come and lock it in the third place here. And you have your first one added onto the pattern. Now, I like to tuck right away all my loose ends. I don't want to come back to it. So, best way to do it is to take care of it now. Like this, I don't have to come back anymore. And I'm going to make a knot here and cut the excess off. And we proceed with the next flower. Inside of the space, try to hide my thread as I'm going. So usually I don't attach this first one. 3, 4, and 5. Next space. And you cut the excess thread like here. One, 2, 3. Now, you have 2 petals here. If you're going to do it exactly like mine, I've attached it in 2 places, 2 petals. So I'm going to grab the second one back to back. See, I'm going to leave one out. I'm going to grab the second one. I'm going to count 1, 2 on the third space. Single. Proceed with the 2 double crochets. And go to the next space again. And do your 3 double crochets, and again the next petal, which is very close to the one that's attached. So 1, 2 on the third space, single, 1, 2, next space, 1, 2, and 3. Now as you see here, so we had to touch the first one. Now we're going to count 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th space, single. Dogs must be seeing a cat somewhere. They always go crazy. And do your 2. And next space. And finish up your flower. Four and 5. And go to the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to attach it at the end. Slip stitch. Cut your thread. Pull it through. Go through any loop in the back. Bring it down. I'm going to make a knot here already. And go through a few more. And there it is. Back it up a bit. And then again, on your next flower, you would attach here and here, and on here. So you always have to attach 3 places. So always one here, one in the middle of the groups, and one here again. I'll do one more with you, and then you're on your own. So very simple, but yet very beautiful little pattern that you can do so much with it. So one petal, you don't have to, this first petal, you don't have to attach because it's going to stay out no matter what. And I like to tuck all my loose ends on the first petal anyway. And then whatever's left over, we cut the excess. Next space, sorry about that, keep hitting into the camera. 2 and 3. I'm going to grab this one here. So we're going to count 1, 2 on your 3rd space. So you always have to go in the middle. So if you have like 6 double crochets, then you know you have to, whoops, you have to go in the middle of them. And the next space. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to grab our first petal. So 1, 2 on the 3rd space, back to back. And we're going to do 2 more double crochets here. into the next one. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to come right where the square is, back to back, as we did attachment in the middle of the double crochets. And we continue on closing our flower in. Now, for some of you that want to use an edge, you can do same color as the center, or just whatever color you're using. You can do single crochet all the way around to have a finishing touch if you'd like. I'm not going to. I think there's enough into this pattern. But that's another option that you can do also by closing in a single crochet at the end on the top here all the way around. That looks nice too if you'd like. Just an idea. Of course, I'm always full of ideas, you know. So we have 5 third space. We're gonna close it in. I dropped my little needle. So you bring your string to the back, your thread, your yarn, whatever you're using. And I'm going to make a knot. You can split your thread, your yarn into 2 if you'd like, and knot it from there. Usually I do that with thicker thread, and sometimes even with this one, but it's rare because it doesn't make a big knot, so that's why I do the knot on this one. Okay, well, and there it is, people. So 2 yards all the way around. At the end, when I finish, I will have the reveal shots and the little video filming. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all of my flowers all the way around. Try to get some lighting here. Maybe it's going to help. Hold on a second. Just bring this down a bit so it doesn't blind you guys. Oh, that's too dark. Trying to adjust this light here a bit. Okay, that's better. So I only have one more left. As you can see, the space looks like it's very tight in, and it is, but it does stretch out, right? So once you press it, you can press it by stretching it a bit, and it all falls into place. So no need to worry about that. Another thing I want to mention is I mentioned a few times the concept between dining room and living room, but some people have it the other way around, have kitchen with dining room. So this would be perfect for kitchen counters, let's say. And it all balances in with the table runner on the dining room. So it works whatever way you like, either with the living room or with the dining room, whatever way you have your open dimension in your house. So 1, 2, 3. So we are on our last one. Get you a little bit more of a close-up. Do we have enough lighting? I don't want it to be too much, but because the white tends to really whiten out. When you're filming with cell phones, it's not always the greatest, but because this is all new, It's not like I'm earning any money with YouTube right now. I'm spending quite a bit on threads and all to get all these tutorials up. So I gotta use what I have, and what I have is my cell phone. I don't even have a computer. So, okay, and we are on our last one. So being our last one, we know that we have to do on the middle, right? Here's your last flower there. Your first flower, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we gotta do here. So we already have 3 attachments on, correct, from the flower. I hope this is not too white. Let me see. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, and the next space we have to attach now to the first flower that we added on. So we're going to grab the first flower on the 3rd space, 1, 2, and 3, because now we need to close up the circle, right? And then next space, and the last one to add 2 and 3. And this pretty much is the closing circle of this dolly. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you liked this doily. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. Share my work, tag me along. Thank you so much, everyone, for your beautiful comments and for all of your support. I am really grateful for every single one of you. Thank you so much. And any questions, please, like I said, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, my friends, so as you can see, bring it out. It's all done now. Now we'll have to take pictures and put on video on display so you can see what it looks like. So thank you, everybody, and until the next tutorial, bye-bye, everyone. Take care.